Hi, welcome to your movement practice. We'll begin by coming to take a seat and beginning to connect to what is sacred. So what is sacred is the ritual of coming back to your mat and coming home to a connection with the body, with your spirit. So if it feels good for you, close the eyes. Otherwise, find a soft gaze. And take a moment to drop into the breath. That breath that's always in service to you. That sacred source of connection to the divine. Something grander than ourselves. A few more cycles of breath. Arriving in presence in the sacred space of now. Take a rich breath in and an honest breath out. Open up the eyes if they're closed. Make your way into a tabletop position. Coming to your tabletop position, cat-cow. Drop the belly. Flare the ribs nice and wide on the front side of the body. Spread the collarbones. Round through the back, cat. Good. Now draw the ribs wide. Widen out through your shoulders and gaze up at your navel. Cycle through a few rounds of cat-cow. With each breath, each movement, we have a chance to connect to what is sacred. This moment, this feeling, this thought. Neutral tabletop. Draw the knees nice and wide, child's pose. Bring the forehead to rest on the earth, then roll the forehead from side to side. Send the breath underneath the armpits, into the tricep, biceps, palms of the hands. Just rolling away any tension in the neck, any strain in the face. Tabletop, downward facing dog. Draw the shins back towards the heels. Slight bend in the knees. Axial extension through the spine, creating space between the base of the tailbone and the crown of the head. Connect to what is sacred. Connect to the breath. Walk the feet to meet your hands at the top of your space. Take the hands to interlace at the nape of the neck. Chin will soften towards the chest. Shoulders melt down and away. Press in through the feet. Get strong through the legs. Rise up to mountain pose. Side body stretch over to the right. Come back through center. Side body stretch over to the left. Come back through center. Open up to back bend. Breastbone lifts. Shoulders draw back. Heart lifts up. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold in. Plant the hands, step the feet back, high plank, lower to mid plank, upward facing dog. Pelvis hangs heavy, but the belly is supporting that opening through the front of the hips. Arm bones draw back, chest plate lifts up. Downward facing dog. Feet meet your hands at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, shoulders come in line with the hips, forward fold. Rise up through mountain. Side body stretch over to the right. Back through center, side body stretch up and over to the left. Back through center, back bend. Good, support the low back. Tone through the core. Mountain pose, forward fold. Inner leg lines ground through big toe mounds, halfway lift, forward fold. Step or hop back to high plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Connect to what is sacred. Connect to the breath. Feet meet your hands, top of your space. Halfway lift, outer thighs widen, inner thighs draw up towards navel, forward fold. Rise up through mountain pose. Half moon. Step the feet a little wider, maybe hips distance or shoulder width distance. Take the lean over to the right hand side. Reach the fingertips away as you ground down and stabilize through the lower body. Cycle through a few rounds of breath. Coming back up through center, half moon up and over to the left. Stable through the lower body, reaching long through the upper. Stay for a few cycles of breath. Come back up through center. Release the hands, back bend. Mountain pose, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank, step or hop the feet back. Vinyasa through. Press in through the L of the hand, big pointer finger and thumb. Downward facing dog. Each time we slow down, we have a chance to reconnect to what is sacred. Being in the present moment. Right leg lifts high. Step forward to low lunge. Lower the left knee down, rise up to Crescent Moon. Draw your hands to heart center. Revolved Crescent Moon. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Rotate the ribs around, rotate the belly. Lengthen through the back of your head. Breath will draw you back to what is sacred. Release the rotation. Rise up through the arms. Warrior One, the left heel will plant. Coming up to Warrior One through the lower body. Now rearrange your feet, shorten your stance if you need to find your Warrior One. Straighten through the right leg. Reach long through the upper body, even through those fingertips. Fold forward over your right leg. Walk the hands over to the right hand side. And then walk the hands back over to the left. Each position, each breath brings us to that sacred present moment, never experiencing those feelings again. Warrior One. Pivot on the ball of the back foot, lower the left knee down to the earth, Crescent Moon. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot, toe heel the right foot nice and wide, Runner's Lunge. The left forearm will come down parallel to the top edge of the mat. The right arm reaches back. If it's available, reach for the thigh or the heel. You can always stay lifted on the left arm. Draw the right shoulder away from the right ear and get heavy through your thigh. Connect to what is sacred. Connect to the breath. Foot releases. Toe heel the right foot all the way over for Pigeon Pose. That distance from heel to pubic bone is up to you. Walk the hands forward and surrender the chest down to the earth. With each breath, we become more present. With each breath, we have a chance to experience what is sacred. Exhale out the air. Come to a high plank, downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot forward. Low lunge to high lunge. Open up to Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Extended side angle. So the space of silence is an opportunity to connect to the breath, to feel what is sacred in and around you. Rise up through star. Wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Toe heel the feet. Hip width distance or toes can come to touch. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Chair pose. Figure 4, right ankle crosses on top of left. Lower down into your chair. The elbows can come to the front part of the shins. Draw the right hip back. Soften the gaze forward and reach the crown of the head away from the grounding of the left heel. If the stability is there, bring the right elbow to the inner arch of the right foot. Revolve over to the left side. Even shaky places can be sacred. Unwind the spine. Come back to chair. Forward fold. Toe heel the feet wide. Walk the hands around to the right hand side. Low lunge. High plank. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Return to presence, that sacred breath within you. Left leg goes high. Step forward to low lunge. Lower the right knee down to the earth, rise up Crescent Moon. Hands come to heart center, revolve Crescent Moon, right elbow outside of left thigh. Revolve over to the left, drawing the upper thoracic spine back, the left hip behind you towards your right heel. Feel your sensations. Never the same, breath to breath. Unwind the spine. Crescent Moon to Warrior One legs. Warrior One. Step that back foot wide or in a little if you need to. Warrior One to low lunge. Hands will come to the inside of the left foot. Toe heel the left foot out. Dropping down onto the right knee, bringing the right forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. Reaching the left arm behind you, or if it's available, take a hold of the heel. Exhale out the air. Unwind the spine, toe heel the left foot across the mat for Pigeon Pose. Lift up through the chest, soften through the lower body, and release into Pigeon. What is sacred is not always comfortable. But what's uncomfortable has message, has lessons. Exhale out the breath. High plank, Vinyasa through. Downward facing dog. And stretch the heart towards the pubic bone. Melt the heels to the earth. Release into what is sacred. Left leg high. Step forward to lunge. Rise up through high lunge. Open up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Connect to the breath. Star. Wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Toe heel the feet into touch or hip width distance. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to mountain pose. Sit into your chair. Figure four. Left foot crosses on top of the right. Stabilize through your lower body, tone through the core. Bring the elbows in front of the shin. Left elbow to the arch of the left foot. Instability can be a sacred place. Release. Rise up through mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Toe heel the feet. Wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands over to the left. High plank. Your Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step the left leg forward. Warrior one through the lower body. Straighten through the left leg. Reach the torso, fingers forward. Melt over your front leg. Balancing ourselves out, walking the hands to the right hand side. And taking the hands over to the left. You can always bring balance back in. Low lunge to high plank, Vinyasa through, adapting along the way. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Lower the hips down to the heels. Come onto your seat. Roll yourself onto the back. Bring the heels closer towards your sit bones. Spread the low back wide. Bridge pose, press into the feet. Peel the spine off of the mat. Bring the hands to interlace and press into your arms to lift the chest towards the sky. And what is sacred in this moment? What is present for you? Remove the hands, lower the spine back onto the mat. Bring the legs up towards the ceiling for legs up the wall, slight bend in the knee, keeping those hip flexors released and relaxed. Plow pose, hips lift up, toes towards the earth. Feed the breath to the low back. Shoulders stand, legs extend up towards the sky. As we reach through the soles of the feet, we're reaching up with the legs. We're reaching out with the heart. Deaf man's pose, knees come nice and wide. Slowly lower the spine back onto the mat. Take the knees, rock them from side to side. Toe heel the feet out. Mat width distance, drop the knees into touch for constructive rest. Hands below the belly button, back of the arms, heavy on the mat. The breath is sacred. Your sensations are sacred. They drop you into the present moment. Where you can experience your life just as it is. Release into your final Shavasana. Surrender into what is sacred. With light, love, gratitude, and grace, namaste.